The Coyote has found its way into the heart of Zion Valley, making its home under the giant rock next to the bighorn sheep. Keep watching to see how I build this spacious habitat for these small American canines. Welcome to Zion. Hey everyone, Beaver here with Beaver-Games. Welcome to the dam. Today we are back in Zion Valley and we welcome our second animal into the park, the small but very vocal coyote. I built for these guys when the America's Animal Pack first released, and I was conscious when I was building this habitat that I really didn't want it to feel like I was just repeating that diorama here in Zion Valley. Fortunately, it's a very different build and keeps in theme with the consistent rockwork and foliage of the last two builds in this zoo. A lot of the heavy lifting for the background was made in the previous video for the bighorn sheep, where we created the giant rock and formed the terrain into a gentle slope. If you've not seen that video yet, please go and check it out. I put the rocks in first, once again to create the pathways for the coyotes. I had this image of coyotes running through little gullies and tunnels, and I think I've done it well. I've used the archway from a previous build a couple of times as a bit of a rock feature, and it's fun to watch the coyotes run under it. Originally this back path was quite open and felt very exposed, but I built it up with some rocks that hide the coyote and give them a bit more privacy at the back of the habitat. Honestly, after doing all this rock work, I was a bit disheartened initially. It just looked very bare and kind of ugly. But after some encouragement from friends to put in some foliage and see how I feel, I was definitely happy with the result. Once again, the foliage really brings this habitat to life. I place a base layer of drin grass down, keeping the walkways clear but filling the edges of the build with grass. I add goldenrods and common saltwort bushes down as well. The cacti are, in my opinion, what really bring this habitat to life. I'm not shy with the cacti, I've used them a lot and I'll continue to use them in the future. They fit really well in this zoo and they look great. I also add other plants like the dry blue stemmed grass and some century plants as well. Then I go ahead and add some olive trees, Joshua trees, desert ironwood and manzanita trees to flesh out the rest of the habitat. I've put the gate for this habitat on the left hand side of the build. I'm not sure I love the placement of it, but it seems to be the best spot if I can hide it well. Unless I take a path up the central gully between the bighorn sheep and the coyote, and put both the bighorn sheep and the coyote habitat gates there instead. Here you can see that I'm doing a bit of work outside the habitat. I begin by placing a layer of drin grass down on the ground, aligning it to the surface and all in one group. This made it easy for me to sink the grass down all at once. Once this was done, I then began choosing wooden plank pieces with which I can emulate the path curb barriers. I would have chosen the in-game curb barriers, but this would have added them to the side where the habitat was as well, and I didn't want that. So I had to make my own custom ones. I used a couple of the Australian wooden pieces, an Oceanian piece, an African wooden strip from the base game, and a conservation wooden beam. I then copied these along the edge of the path, and honestly, if I hadn't have highlighted this work, I think it would have gone unnoticed. It's not perfect, but it looks good enough. Besides, I'm hoping that people are more interested in the animals than my imperfect path curbs anyway. Regardless, I'm really happy with how natural this barrier looks, and completing this area really improves the look of the overall zoo. If you've made it this far, I would really appreciate if you could like the video, comment to let me know you've had a good time, and share this with a friend who you think might enjoy my content. I'm currently at 87 subscribers and I'm so close to my first milestone of 100. So if you do enjoy my content and you're not currently subscribed, please do consider subscribing. It would mean a lot to me. It's nearly time to get the animals in now and for the cinematics. I hope you enjoy those. For now though, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.
Shadows stretch long over dry, cracked ground. Red rocks glowing where no one's found. Coyote steps silent through the twilight's breath. Eyes like embers burning close to death. Howling to the fading sun, sinking low. Shadows long in Zion's glow. Nose to the wind, chasing dreams untold. Through the desert's heart, so cruel, so cold. Run, coyote, run, where the shadows grow deep. Through Zion's hills, where the spirits sleep. Chasing the stars till the night eats the sky. Run, coyote, run. Chasing the stars till the night eats the sky. Run, coyote, run. Never asking why.